All right, how we doing? Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Nasdaq yesterday ended up being pretty slow. We did see that range idea pan out. Not the cleanest range, but we did see a retest down into the lows. It's kind of what if you're in yesterday's stream is what I was talking about. I really wanted to see, except my preference was to see it like this time, not later in the afternoon. We ended up trading the afternoon session, posted some of those executions in the traders think tank, but overall the morning there was not a lot to work with there, not a lot to really get involved with, not a lot that I was totally interested in. So we took the cash morning and took advantage of some trades into the afternoon. Yesterday, NASDAQ closed as a true inside day. So if we take a look at 5-minute RTH chart, you're going to see Friday's 2% move, right there. And then we have yesterday's action completely within Friday's range. That gives us an inside day. Now, the general rule of thumb with an inside day is to watch for the break, watch for the inside day to break. So watch for price either above or below the prior day's range. And if there is acceptance, meaning price holds outside of that prior day's range, because you want to keep in mind it can potentially trap, it can potentially show the fake out. If there is acceptance, you want to trade in the direction of the break, right? That's the typical rule of thumb with an inside day. And so that's the primary game plan for today. We don't have anything on the economic calendar. So no news prints, which is a bit unfortunate because we know the news prints brings that volatility, brings that action. Price continues to trade within an intermediate term range. We talked about this quite a lot yesterday. What's going on here? What happened? There we go. So taking a look at the 4-hour, you can see that sideways range daily also shows it quite nicely. Just total sideways since what is that? I mean, really late September, October. We're just trading. We're seeing price just kind of trade these same price points. And keep in mind, your volume point of control, multi-month volume point of control is right here, right at 655, which is right where price currently is. So this is value. This is value. We're likely going to need some sort of catalyst to move away from this volume point of control. I suspect that will come on Friday with NFP, hopefully sooner. Hopefully sooner. But the point of all of this is that there is potential, elevated potential, even for it to be slow, for it to be a bit slower, for it to be a bit choppier. So these are things we want to keep in mind as we kind of game plan for today and think about, what sort of trades we want to take, how aggressive we want to be with trade management, and those sorts of things. Target setting, all these things come to mind. So, my main focus, like I said, is prior day range. Price is currently at what is that, 630, 633. So, kind of no man's land. I would consider some action versus 600. I did move my level of interest down into 555 rather than 600, but 600 is where the prior day volume point of control is. So that's still going to be a noteworthy reference point. Looks like we're going to have an open in this 630, 640 area. So not a lot that I can personally do here. Be looking for some action down into here, or let's wait till 550. Wait till we get down into this zone. It's either that or sit on my hands until 700 trades. Not going to mess with the overnight high today. Overnight high is not in today's game plan. So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully, it's a more eventful morning than yesterday. But hey, we can't control what the market gives us, what the market does. All we can do is control how we react to that action. There's your open. Got the open right at 636. Okay, strong open. NQ coming into overnight high. Good volume right off the open there. And there was a little sweep of the overnight high so far. Some data going on, Des. I think that's just market open. So your typical market open volatility. So far, just a sweep of the overnight high. Look at that volume already tapering down. NASDAQ coming into session lows. Little new low of day being marked right there. Fresh highs. Little look above the highs there again. No real direction yet. Some choppiness. Rich is already tapping into the golf game. Oh man. Yeah, I may have to try my hand at today's hole. We'll see. NASDAQ back into the lows. $9.45 print today. Yeah, it's probably low impact. Not too worried about that. Look at volume. Look at that volume. It's telling the story right now. Look like YM is going crazy again. YM strong off the open. NASDAQ getting into 600. That's prior day volume point of control. Extended hours value area low. See if there's a reaction down there. Otherwise, like I said, looking for 550. 5 minutes shows that. Monday, volume point of control right through there. Gap fill, although it's not a true gap today. Gap fill technically at 580. A little bit of a bounce there. I wanted closer to 600 personally. We're just staying patient, especially within prior day's range. We have an inside day. And Q back into the highs. Sup, Dom? Caught that overnight high short. Nice. Yeah, that was it's the only setup I've seen so far. Okay, NQ fresh highs. You do have the 700 level of interest just above with the prior day high right in that zone as well. So we'll see if buyers can trigger that inside day break, and then I'll be looking for an entry if we see acceptance above 700. ES coming into that overnight high, 69.58 level of interest on ES for the S&P traders. NQ, there's 25,700. And your prior day high is basically right here, 708. Up through prior day high. All right, now the question is acceptance or not? Let's see. And if so, will an entry be presented? Timmy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Here's your retest. And so far, it's looking like an upthrust. Okay, that's better. Need a new high. We need some continuation now. We need that follow through. Inside day break. That's the idea right now. Ideally, I mean, I'd love to go for 800. It's kind of the main target here. I'll go ahead and lift the trail at this point, just slightly better than break even, and we'll peel some off at 750 if it trades. It's a nice push. There we go, peel some off. Peel, peel, peel. Then we go for 800. Stop on the runner sits at 704.75 right now. Just give it some breathing room for the inside day breakout. A little uptick in volume. See if it holds. It's kind of what we're looking at right now. Inside day breakout is like must hold spot for buyers for that idea to remain valid. Five minutes till 10 a.m. No data at 10. Nothing to worry about there. Just keep riding it. See if we get some fresh highs. See those fresh highs. If we get fresh highs up above 750, I'll lift the trail ever so slightly up into 712. There we go. New high of day. Trailing 712. 25712. And like I said, we're going for 800. I'd like to see 800. It's our upside target right now. $761. Higher time frame starting to show some resistance here into this zone as we approach 10 a.m. Right now, my trail's risking about 40 for an upside of 40. So 1 to 1, I'd like to tighten that. We'll see if we get some structure to work with here into 10 a.m. As of right now, trail still sits at 712, 25, 712. And as a reminder, if you joined us late, the idea is an inside day breakout. Okay, this could be the structure, microstructure that I can work with. We'll see. We get a fresh high now. I can lift the trail to about 735. There's 10 a.m. There's your fresh high. Okay, I'm lifting trail. Was 734.75. This is my favorite kind of trade. Just goes right away. Makes it nice and easy for you. momentum is slowing a bit. Look at that 5 minute. Still has 3 minutes before it closes, but showing some signs of exhaustion. There's a lot of resistance in this zone. Look at your even on the 5 minute RTH. See all the resistance up through here. So regular trading hours chart, 5 minute regular trading hours chart. I don't love seeing that shooting star on the 5 minute here with my long, but trails in profit, so just let it work. Nothing to do but let it work. Yeah, my trail's right below that tail there. 734.75. See if it gets taken out here. Prior day value area high. Prior day did not trade 770. So how's the value area high up there? You mean Friday? Are you talking about Friday? Yesterday's value area high, 773. Yet there's no price action in this at 773. How's the value area high up there? It's impossible. Didn't even trade. Trade view glitch. Yeah, sounds like it. Because yesterday's high is 708. So you're not going to have a value area above that. Dave, what size trade would you start with on a new 150K account? Man, it's hard to give a blanket statement for that. It really depends on what your averages show, what your average stop is. Typically, for those 150K accounts, I like to keep it very, very light, much lighter than what you probably want to do. I'd go between 8 and 15 micros If you have an intraday trailing drawdown, if you have an end of day trailing drawdown, that's a little bit better. You can up the size a little bit, maybe between 15 and 25 micros. Any more than that, you don't really give yourself enough room for drawdown. For the 50K accounts, I like sizing between 4 and 8 micros, depending on the trade idea. Lately, I've been going just 4 to 5 micros on the 50K accounts, and then you could use a trade copier and use a multiplier for any 150K accounts you have, or larger account sizes, live accounts, personal accounts, things of that nature. That's kind of been my current setup. I trade the funded next 50K account as the leader, and then use Trade Copia as my trade copier, which has been honestly flawless. And they have a nice multiplier, so you can just kind of multiply however many contracts you want into various account sizes. That's the setup. Oh, that's what you're doing? Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Just want to think about the long game. The common mentality is like traders will get into that funded environment and instantly want to build up the buffer quickly. And they just end up taking too much size, and then they set themselves back. It's like, you really just got to play the long game. I'm about to get trailed out right here. 734.75 is the trail. And oh, one tick away. Literally one tick away. Oh my goodness. Did that just save me? I got to put the I'll enable it after today's stream. I got to put the so you can actually see the trail here on the chart. Mm, yeah, it's probably going to get tagged here. And it's 35. Buyers are trying to hold that 35. There it is. Trailed out, not bad. Not bad, not amazing. Nothing to write home about. About 50 points on my best exit there on that idea. We're targeting 800. Did not quite get there. We'll take it. First trade of the morning. So as long as price can hold above 700, we're still working with that inside day breakout idea. The challenge is now price is coming up into so much resistance here. Pretty much all through here. It's resistance zone. Let's take a look at an intraday fib. Just kind of see where our retracement levels are. 61% is down near overnight high. At the 50% at 690. Yes, I'm not in a big rush for Additional exposure. Timmy would have loved some more extension so prior day high could be fib buy zone. Yeah, that's always nice when that lines up. It's possible that the easiest trade of the morning is done. We'll see here. Because my thought process is, I mean, price just about hit the target for that inside day break. Now, if we're going to see a higher time frame rejection from this area of resistance, do I really want to be a buyer again at 700? I mean, maybe, depending on how the action looks down there, but if we see like a major rejection here, session volume point of control is up at 757. So all of the volume for the sesh is above the current price point. And there's NQ, just right back into the highs. A little tight with my trail. That's all right. As of right now, just staying patient, getting my trade logged. Yeah, Rich. Yeah, they have Project X compatibility. They just added Rhythmic as well, although I don't have any Rhythmic accounts set up in there. But yeah, I'm happy. I mean, I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I'm happy to say I've not had a single issue. Just a very happy customer, especially compared to. I mean, you guys remember when I was using Trade Syncer? That was seriously a terrible experience. Awful. Nice, Dave. Take care, man. Have a good day. So note the volume below average. NQ, retesting session highs. Five-minute showing some barcode, a little bit of consolidation. Yeah, this is a tough spot. It's a tough, tough spot. How's everyone's morning so far? Who else caught that party high long? Inside day breakout idea. Green, 1 for 1. Small green, green, nicely green. There we go. Okay, nice. Green. D-wall red. What was the trade, D-wall? Turion, nicely green. Solid. Turion says D-wall stop shorting. D-wall loves to short. I can't blame him though, because I love to long. Roberto Green. Let's go. $10:08 Eastern Shore. At least he waited for 10 a.m. 10. Wait a minute. How are you red on that? Oh, you probably. Oh, do you? Yeah, I see. I see what you probably did there. D-wall. See what you probably did there. You probably chased it on the structure break. And then you didn't want to put your stop up here. So you probably just cut it like right there. Yeah. Am I right? Let me know. That trade you should still be in. Nailed it. Nice. Well, it's all right. On to the next, good sir. Not a lot I want to do right here with the volume, man. Can we get some volume in this market? Push-ups in gold till 8 a.m. What? Oh, golf. Yeah. Oh, you threw me off there, man. Yeah, I forgot about the daily hole. Let's see. Let's see the daily hole. All right. Gotta set this up. NASDAQ fresh highs. So we see a little consolidation near the highs. Now price is making a fresh high on the session. The question is, can it hold and then trade into 800? Like I said, there's not a lot I can do here because look at your higher time frame. So do I really want to get long right into resistance? No. But if we see, continuation of this move and then a retest of 800, like if today's going to be like a trend day move, I could definitely do that. I could also try some longs at 700 if the setup down there looked good. Wouldn't be my favorite idea, but depends on how it unfolded. Matt is still holding for 800. Nice. Good patience. Yeah, it never really broke down, so it's a good hold. I trailed a bit tight. Long 757. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. That I would trail personally very tightly. but I don't know your game plan, so. Rich 33 on today's hole. Howie 16. Oh man. I definitely cannot beat that. Let's see. I already don't feel good about this. Oh. Oh man. Here we go. Oh geez. Yep. It's gonna be one of those holes. Yep. All right. 16's out of the question. There's just no chance. Okay. This one I think you just kind of gotta send it. Yeah. There we go. All right. All right. I'm chipping away, brick by brick, just taking base hits. Base hits build accounts. Let's go. No. Full stop on that one. $16. Yeah, I have no idea how we got 16. All right. What do I do right here? I think you just kind of send it, see what happens. This one, yeah, we just got to hit the mega launch. Boom. All right. Oh, that's tough. What do I do here? Okay. Where's my, is the blue the final or is this the final? I could technically hit 16 here. Let's see. Like the lightest, not too light, but still pretty light. Oh, blue's the final, Rich. All right. All right. 16's out of the question then. And well, wait a minute. How the, all right. I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's just get this next one. Can hit the blue without the other. That was, for me, that was not happening, man. The, there's no way. And honestly, I don't know how I'll get this one either. I think let's just see. Oh, shit. 17. Let's go. All right, daily hole. We're at 17. Let's go, man. That's it right there. Good game. GG. Daily goal hit. D-Wall, yep. Hitting a decent score on that game feels better than a winning trade. Get your dopamine from other places, not from the market. Benny, volume point of control shifted 750. Yes, sir. Look at volume through time, though. So below average. This honestly might just be a one and done day. I wouldn't mind just shutting it down. I just take my 50 points, call it a day. Let's see what maybe the next 10 minutes has in store. Basically, I would want to see more, like, I would want to see above average volume coming into the market. Typically, there's going to be like right here. So it'd be my main clue not to do anything. Just below average. Pair that with the fact that the main idea I wanted today was the inside day breakout. I caught that idea. So these are ways, if you struggle with over trading, these are ways in which you can kind of, convince yourself just to be happy with what you caught, even if you're shy of your daily goal, even if the P&L is not where you want it to be. It's like, hey, what was the game plan for today? What did you actually do? What is the price showing us right now? Hourly so far is showing a doji. What was that last 30-minute? Okay. So notice that new high that was made was not sustained. So what would that be? Structural upthrust. Now let's see if we get a break of the structure here. There's your little uptick in volume. Okay, okay, it's getting more interesting. D-wall caught that move. Nice. Structure holds. So here, here's your new range for now. Talking about, call it, basically it's 730 by 775. Potentially rejection there. Volume point of control. Might be giving you some more clues. All right, so if the structure breaks down, let's see how prior day high and the 25,700 level of interest are going to be treated, whether or not buyers have any interest in defending that level. It's funny. Everyone always complains about the fills on Project X, but invariably, pretty much every single day on my copy trader, same account size, same position size, the Project X profits will be better. So I don't know if that's due to slippage or what, but appears to be working out favorably more often than not for me. See if the structure cracks. Looks likely at this point. There you go. 727. Again, watching 700. Starting to open up a bit more. 719. A little uptick in volume. That's good to see. D-Wall, nice recovery, man. Great job. Way to keep your composure. Well done. Well done. Little bounce there from prior day high, 38% fib. I wanted a little bit lower. I was looking more for that 700, 50% fib area. Still just sitting with my one trade on the morning. So far, that's a big hourly time frame rejection from that key resistance zone. And about 10 minutes till 11. Little retest of that structure there, 730 area. Volume just back below average. There we go. True test prior day high. Price retesting the inside day breakout point at the prior day high. 25,700 level of interest. Now, do we see a hold here or deeper retracement? Do we see this rejection from 800 show more follow through? That's the question. No crystal ball. Just kind of watching intraday action. See what sort of response we get here. As of right now, NQ trading 690. So this zone would be the line in the sand for buyers, at least in the near term. Then beneath that, you have overnight high as a reference point, not somewhere I would want to set risk against, considering the context here, which is rejection of the major resistance at 800, and then a failure to hold the inside day breakout. I mean, at that point, really, I'd be looking for 600 to trade. Why not VWAP overnight high? Context, higher time frame rejections, levels of interest, at least in my system, take precedent over reference points. Overnight high is just going to be a reference point. So levels of interest are going to be based on higher time frame structure, like from your basically chart that's on the screen right now. These are more significant levels. Overnight high is a useful reference point for like same day. There we go. No hold at 700. So now 2 ideas I'll look for here as we get into 11 a.m. Low day upthrust, or excuse me, low day spring. Or if price manages to reclaim 700, I'll look for some sort of like second entry right there, like a higher low market structure based entry at 700. Otherwise, just chilling, just chilling. Got the one trade on the day. Not a ton else I really want to do here, at least so far, but we are seeing a little uptick in volume, which is encouraging. There's your overnight high. It's also value area low for the regular sesh. You got some intraday structure through there. It's probably also your, if I had to guess, 61% fib maybe? Let's see. Yeah, 61% fib. Okay. There's 700 again. So we may see that second idea transpire. As always, no need to predict. Just let price do its thing and look for your entry. That's it. So again, I like to see something like this. Otherwise, I'll wait for more of something that looks like this with entries around here and around here. For those late morning opportunities. There's 11 a.m. So I'll give it 5 more minutes here. And we'll call it a morning. Right now we have that higher time frame rejection from 800. One and done is looking very likely now. Take our 50 points and run. Overall, pretty happy with the action this morning. I did like this bounce versus 600. I did have a similar idea in my plan, but I just wanted a little bit lower here. Little bit lower, 595, 600 area. Just an abundance of caution kept me out of that bounce idea. But if you read the pre-market prep notes, that was in the plan. And then, of course, the main idea was an inside day break, which had a long entry through there. Little microstructure based entry. Couldn't do anything up here. Could have, per my system, traded some action versus 700 here, but it did not set up. So don't have to worry about that. And now the other two potential ideas are kind of outlined on the screen there. Either want to see a spring at the session low with prior day volume point of control, or a reclaim of 25,700 prior day high area with basically an intraday high or low would be the idea there. Let's give it a couple more minutes. I'm just noting that volume, we have some isolated upticks in volume, but no real sustained elevated RVol. D-Wall looking at 650. Show me 600. I'm looking for lower. Yeah, good volume coming in now. Extended hours value area low right through there. Nice work, Dom. What'd you get? The 700 reject, maybe? Short at 700? Reject at 11 a.m. Nice. Super clean. Yeah, I really like that trade. D-Wall 650 holding so far. D-Wall, nice call, man. Nice call. NQ 680, 683. Got overnight high right through here. Not a lot I'm doing. Staying patient. Either wanted 600 or above 700 with market structure. Don't need to force anything. Look at that 15-minute though. See how that closes here in 2 minutes. Big hammer so far. Potential 15-minute hammer in the making. 5 minutes showing a hammer. Yeah, do well like that prior day value area high right there. Good level. Remember yesterday we saw price respect Friday's value area high all day, holding us support. All right, it might be time to call it here. It might be time. D while you trailing? Not yet. See what ES is doing. Good old ES right there, 6957 level of interest. See Russell. Russell. I like this right here. Nice opportunity right there. There is right up my alley. Don't really trade RTY. See YM. YM just strong. Jump on a 2-minute chart. There we go. The volume though, YM is trading on no volume at all. Let's see what's been hot. Silver's been hot. Let's see silver, big volume, huge volume in SI. This thing's insane, this SI. Anyone been trading silver? I caught some market structure based opportunities in silver yesterday. Almost back into all-time highs. It's up another 5% today. See gold. Gold initial spring setup. Intraday spring. Back to NQ, still just consolidating here at overnight high. Do well adding if overnight high holds. Yes, looking good. Let's see how that 15-minute closed. Not quite the hammer. But 30 minutes looking better. All right, we're getting back into 700. That's the only reason I'm still here. Now, we'll see if we get a break above 700 or if it's going to reject here. All right, a little look above 700, a little test of prior day high. D-Wall, that was a great call at 650. Nice trade. Well done. All right, Timmy, take care, man. Have a good day. Look at that rejection there. Big rejection. How's the morning for everyone? So there's a retest at overnight high. RTH value area low, still right through there. Matt Green, nice. Madi, 3 for 3. Nice work, Madi. D-Wall wrapping up the day with 83% win rate. Solid. That's a nice day. Nice morning. Personally, I'm still just 1 for 1. Not taking any other trades. Staying disciplined with the trade ideas for this morning. Just trying to follow my plan. Staying patient. B-Link switched to small red. That's all good. As long as it's not big red. Don't want big red. Long gold? No, there's NQ on the screen here. That's NQ. All right, D-Wall and Matt. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for your time. Got that next 30-minute bar about to open up. So this one will close as a doji, not the hammer we wanted, unfortunately. That hammer would have been nice. The hamski. All right, folks. I'm going to wrap it up right there. The two ideas I'm still going to keep on watch for probably the next hour. It's going to be what we've already discussed. Show me some action, basically like this. Let's move that a little to the right. Entry would be through this area, or we see some rejection here. Long, basically right there. And entry would be right through here. So two ideas I'm going to continue to keep on watch. As of right now, on the stream, we just did one for one rather. 50 points on NQ secured. The idea there, in case you missed it, that was an inside day breakout. Looking for a break of yesterday's inside day, and the general rule of thumb is to trade in the direction of the break. So we see a little microstructure entry through there, a little foothold. Fortunately, get trailed out a little earlier than I would have liked. We were targeting 800, but that's part of the game. You gotta manage your trade. So hope you guys had a good morning. We'll keep it going in the Traders Think Tank today. As always, we're active in there every single day. If you have any questions, shoot me a message on the platform. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for your time today. Have a great rest of your day.